This past week, SporkDAO announced initial information about EthDenver 2023. They have updated their travel page with dates for next year's event, as well as information to help with transportation and lodging. So next year's event is going to begin with Build a Week on February the 24th, and the core event, it's going to end on March the 5th. And once again, they're going to Breckenridge for a mountain retreat. So EthDenver, it's the largest and longest running Ethereum event, with many calling it the Super Bowl of Ethereum events. And every year it's seen the Sports Castle as the place to be, but the new property owners wanting to redevelop the building, no, it made it time for SporkDAO to find a different venue to host what's expected to be the biggest year of attendance. And on this travel page, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to it. It states that EthDenver 2023 event venues will be concentrated in the River North District of Denver, along the Brighton Boulevard corridor, with most venues walkable within a few minutes. It will be easy to get to your next session, workshop, or community gathering. And so, looking at the venues page, it appears that there are going to be plenty of places for attendees to move around to. So, the Biddle-a-thon, if I can say it correctly, the Biddle-a-thon main hub, it looks to be at the National Western Complex, while the Biddle Week main hub is going to be at the Great Divide Barrel Bar, and there's also 6 other sub-locations listed here as well. So again, plenty of places for people to congregate and hang out this year for the event. And so going back to their travel and information page, they also have some deals through their lodging portal like they have in previous years, and they encourage booking as early as possible to get the best rates on hotels close by. And even in this page here, it gives some pretty good information on transportation options getting into the city. It even talks about different bus routes and things like that. They have a train. It even talks about being able to get a visa to be able to go. Now, as for right now, the registration, it is still closed, and it's looking to open up in October around DevCon time. But for now, you can go over to their main website and you can subscribe to their newsletter to be kept up to date when registration opens up, and other information regarding the event. I'm going to link this into the description so you can go ahead and sign up for that. And now, one of the big things pushed at the event is building, of course, or biddling, as I've been trying to pronounce. And this year they have 5 tracks, which will each see a 15K USD minimum price pool. And so let me go ahead and get a good view on this for y'all. There we are. So here are the Biddle-a-thon tracks. And so you have the DeFi track, NFTs, gaming, and the metaverse. You have infrastructure, scalability, impact, and public goods, DAOs, and community. And the sign-up information with this will also come later from my understanding, but really good opportunity to, hey, be part of the Buffacorn Brigade and biddle something and get paid while doing it. And so EthDenver, it's definitely going to be one of the places to be next year, just like it is every year. There's so much stuff that happens when it comes to EthDenver. There's so many things that happen and come out of it every single year, and really I don't expect it to be any different this time around. And not only did POAP start at EthDenver, but it's a perfect opportunity to acquire and give out POAPs as well. EthDenver 2022 was my first crypto conference at all, and man, was it really fun. We were all so excited to meet each other in person and give out POAPs to each other, and I got to meet a lot of people that I was working with and get their POAP. I got to hang out with a bunch of developers on the POAP team. I got to meet founder Patricio and COO Isabel. I got POAPs for going to parties that I found to be an absolute blast and moments that I'm never going to forget. And this is also the first time that I had traveled that far west as well. I'd never been as far west as Denver at the time. And I remember being nervous to go there because I don't really travel a lot and I don't get on planes that often. And I remember arriving in Denver and just not being used to the altitude at all. Like my nose was getting really dry, my skin was getting really dry, and I found it harder to breathe and things like that. Especially since I was able to actually walk around the places. So not only was I guess, unfit in that way because I just sort of sit around in my home all day and look at my computer. But now I was also in a thinner air environment with less oxygen, so I really was huffing and puffing trying to walk around Denver at that time. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, it was I was able to walk around the places, and it's something that I'm just not used to seeing or being able to do. And I also come from a warmer climate, so when it snowed heavily the day of my arrival, I was a little upset because I wasn't really prepared for that kind of weather, and I was so nervous about slipping and falling on ice. I was struggling to keep up with my group, but all that aside, it was so cool being able to go to a large venue with a bunch of like-minded tech nerds, basically. I was able to watch and listen to the leaders of Web3 talk about current innovations in the future of this environment that we all love. Next experience I'm looking forward to having again, and I'm definitely looking forward to being there next March. And perhaps we'll be able to exchange You Met Me POAPs together. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Really appreciate you doing that for me. If you liked what you saw, maybe you should hit like. Maybe you should hit subscribe, who knows. If you want to see the full show that this segment came from, you want to click here now. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. This is Mr. Mojo, signing out.